What up, YouTube? It's NoChainzz, and I am back for another commentary, and we are finally back for more Bengals franchise, and we are going to be playing against the Pittsburgh Steelers. You guys know last year we had some very entertaining games versus these guys, and this is the first official episode of the regular season. And if you guys don't know what happened in the off season or what happened in the preseason, I strongly suggest that you guys go watch that first, then come back to this video, because we had an action-packed off season. We had a lot of things happen. We signed a lot of got some rookies. We only signed one free agent, and that was Anquan Boldin, to bolster this offense even more. And that gives Andy Dalton one more toy, to play with. He has AJ Green, Eric Decker, Anquan Boldin. We've actually been giving Andy Dalton all the tools he needs to succeed in this league. Last year, he played decent. He won Best QB, but in my opinion, if you turn the ball over a lot, it's a decent season. No matter how many touchdowns you throw, no matter how many yards you get, if you turn the ball over near 20 times, that is a decent season. You need to take more care of the ball, and that's definitely the case for Andy Dalton. He threw a lot of touchdowns, threw over 40 touchdowns, but threw, I believe, somewhere around 20 interceptions. So we're going to try to increase his efficiency, and I think he has a lot of good pieces around him. He has the best running back, former offensive rookie of the year Giovanni Bernard in the backfield. He has Anquan Boldin, seasoned veteran wide receiver, up and coming wide receiver AJ Green, and then a very nice role playing wide receiver in Eric Decker. And then he has Tyler Eifert. We did trade Jermaine Gresham for a pick, which turned out to be, I want to say, Christian Jones out of Florida State. And one thing I want to mention before I get into commentating and talking about a few other offseason acquisitions, I want to talk about these sliders. These are the Madden Sim sliders. I believe these are promoted by Madden on their site. So these should be some really good sliders. I believe these are rating based. So if your team is really good, you're going to have an easier time with the bad teams. Or if you're playing a good team, you're going to have tougher games versus them, which I believe is very realistic. And then I want to say that these were the most downloaded ones on the EA share type thing. So you guys should be in for some very realistic stats and a lot of fun games with these new sliders. And we are also using a new offense, the Chip Kelly offense. I will not be using the read option too much with Andy Dalton. Maybe once per game, because I know a lot of you guys say Andy Dalton's not fast, you can't run the Chip Kelly offense. So it's basically the Chip Kelly offense with the NoChainzz spin on it, and the spin is basically excluding the excessiveness of the read option and the QB keepers. But let me get into the offseason acquisitions before I start commentating. One of the main people that we got in the draft, like I said, we only got one free agent, and that was Anquan Boldin. And our best rookie, our first round rookie, was EJ Gaines, and he is going to be our number 2 corner, and we have a lot of high hopes for him. He's a great cover guy, zone and man-to-man, and that's going to come in handy as you guys see that our defensive line is back and better than ever. Michael Johnson, if you haven't been paying attention, has been playing great so far, getting a lot of pressure on Ben Roethlisberger. But there goes Andy Dalton being Andy Dalton, turning the ball over. And I would not be getting rid of Andy Dalton. He went 5 touchdowns, no interceptions in the playoffs, and won Best QB. But I just want him to improve on how much he takes care of the ball. We'll have to see if he can do that. He may not be that type of quarterback. He may just be one of those Brett Favre, Jay Cutler type QBs. But we're going to need him to get rid of that trait. We need him to be careful with the ball, be more of a Alex Smith type guy, but at the same time, we have him passing a lot in this offense. So there are going to be bad passes, there are going to be tipped balls that turn into interceptions, bad reads and things like that. So I can't expect him to not throw any interceptions, but you can expect him to hit a wide open AJ Green beating the jam on that play, and he misses him right there. And that's partially due to the QB accuracy sliders for the user being down to 4. But before I get ahead of myself, let me go back to the draft that we had. We also got CJ Mosley out of Alabama, and he is not starting, because if you did not watch the stream, Ray Maluga, as he gets the tackle right there, he had a very, very tremendous preseason. And he basically said, okay, now since I have some competition, I'm going to play my heart out. And that's exactly what he did. Last year, he had no competition at all. But wait. You know what I'm about to say. No catch in the hallway without a hall pass. Nothing has changed former league leader in interceptions and best DB in the league last year, gets an interception right there. But like I was saying, Raymond Luga, he played great. He got himself to start last year. He only had a 50 overall behind him, and this year he has an up-and-coming, very talented rookie behind him, and then he decides to show off and decide that he wants to play better and show the coaches that he deserves to be the starter. But back to what I was saying that we got also, outside of CJ Mosley and EJ Gaines, we also got Christian Jones out of Florida State, Dominic Easley, the defensive tackle, to go alongside Geno Atkins, so we can stop that run a little bit more efficiently. And he's starting, like I said, on the side of Geno Atkins. So our defensive line is much improved. Our front seven as a whole is much improved. As you guys see, Giovanni Bernard is picking up right where he left off last season. And the way he's playing, I feel like he's going to be the top running back in the league for a couple of years to come in this connected franchise. I'm going to be doing this for a few years, and that reminds me, at the end of this episode, I will be picking the stadium that I will be rebuilding Paul Brown to. Also, speaking of that, the Raiders have moved to Sacramento in this connected franchise. They've picked new uniforms. They got a new franchise QB in Johnny Football, and they're looking to start a new era in Sacramento. So that's really good for them. The other main storyline of the preseason was Maurice Jones-Drew not getting picked up in the initial free agency period and then getting picked up by the New England Patriots. So their offense should be really, really good this year. I didn't check to see if we played them this year. Also, the Vikings are playing in a new stadium, so I'm anxious to see how their stadium looks. So like I said, stay tuned. At the end of this video, I'm going to be picking our new stadium for next year. It should be done next preseason. And you guys see, Anquan Bolden is playing great for me right now. He's getting a lot of good reception. He gets the first down right there, and on first down and goal with 32 seconds left in the half, Andy Dalton's going to get sacked behind the 10-yard line at about the 11-yard line. On second down and go, he gets a pretty good pocket until the end there, and he gets sacked and he will fumble, and Robinson is right there to recover it. And that's what I'm talking about with Andy Dalton. He has to do a lot better at taking care of the ball, you know, and that's just not his strong suit in this connected franchise. He's pretty careful with it in real life, in the red zone especially, but right now in this connected franchise, he's not doing too well taking care of the ball. Nonetheless, our run game and our defense has allowed the offense to get good field position, and they've gotten 17 points, so we're up by 14, and we're going to try our first QB run with Andy Dalton. And you guys see, he gets a pretty good game right there, and right after that, he's going to find our former rookie tight end, former rookie. Everybody's a former rookie. Stupid me. But anyway, Tyler Eifert gets the next reception right there, and then we're going to hand off to former rookie of the year. You can't say that for everybody, Giovanni Bernard, and he goes over 100 yards on the day right there. So on first down and go, we're going to try for the play action. Andy Dalton is going to find a wide open Chris Presley, who will walk into the end zone. So the Bengals' new offense is playing to perfection right now, outside of the turnover by Andy Dalton with the interception to Lawrence Timmons early in the game. And they have a special teams mishap as Christian Jones, I believe. Is that Christian Jones? See, I don't even know their numbers yet. Christian Jones or CJ Mosley gets the forced fumble on a kick return right there. And that will set the Bengals offense up with some more great field position. They get a great run from Giovanni Bernard. Andy Dalton rolling out to the left side. He has a wide open lane in front of him, and that is an element that Andy Dalton has added to his game this year. I guess he heard we were going to be running this type of offense, so he decided to work on his speed, and it's working out. As you guys see, he spikes the ball after his rushing touchdown, and this offense is running very fluidly, but it cannot be done without the defense. And Carlos Dunlap, the guy who we gave so much money to in the last season, we signed him mid-season, and he's showing us exactly why we did that. And Giovanni Bernard, can't talk about him enough. He's playing tremendously, getting a lot of big plays. And then we have Anquan Bolden, who's going to drop the touchdown pass right there. So we would take the 3 from our rookie Zach Hawker, the kicker, and they're going to hit Antonio Brown over the middle, playing the slot position, and he's going to get chased down by Sean Williams, and he gets down to the 24-yard line. So the Steelers offense is finally showing some life here in the fourth quarter. They've pretty much been stifled all game. Our defensive line is playing great. You know, our defensive backs are playing great, and we're going to hand off to Michael Smith, brand new Bengal, and that is not the impression you want to make. You want to show the coaches why they picked you and why you deserve one of those 53 roster spots that they give out during the preseason. But Michael Smith pretty much just showed me that he has some things he needs to work on, but they scored, but it would not be enough. Of course, as the Bengals get the win 34-13 over the rival Pittsburgh Steelers. And Giovanni Bernard did have a pinched nerve, but he will be back next game. Of course, we would not know what to do if we did not have him. He was very, very productive today on the ground and definitely helped the Bengals get this win today. And there you guys see it. 198 yards and a touchdown. 28-yard run was his longest run. 28 carries. So he's getting a lot of carries. Even though we're in this pass-first offense, he is a vital part of it. You know, he fits the scheme that we want to have, that speed, and we could beat you downfield and over the middle type of offense. I just want to be able to attack a defense with this offense in every which way, on the ground, through the air, outside, sidelines, middle, you know, dump off, screens. I want to attack a defense in every way. But as you guys see here, our rushing stats, 198 yards, as I just stated, for Giovanni Bernard. Vic Ballard was held to 24 yards on 12 carries. So like I said, this defense was stifling all day. Even though Antonio Brown got 93 yards, Eddie Royal had a very nice amount of yards. But Andy Dalton was able to spread the ball around. He played well despite that one interception and the fumble that we didn't lose. Luckily, we still got points out of that drive. He threw an interception, threw for 2 touchdowns, and ran for 1. So a very impressive day for Andy Dalton outside of that interception. Like I said, the defense, like I said, I can't stress enough how good this defense has gotten. Even though we have a lot of young players, a lot of rookies, I believe 2 rookie starters on defense, we still were able to bottle up the Steelers offense. And as you guys see here, we're going to be choosing our stadium. And we'll have a lot of options. You have 10 options here. You have the basic and the deluxe ones. And I'm going to go through them and let you guys look at them. And then I'm going to choose mine eventually. So all these ones look good. I did not want to play in a dome because me personally, I like snow games. Basic traditional stadium, I don't understand what would be the real point of doing that. That pretty much just takes the fun out of it. So deluxe futuristic stadium, I mean, right off the bat, that's one that I really like. I really like that one that we just passed. I think it was a deluxe. What was it? I'm not even sure. I believe it was Canopy. No, it wasn't Canopy. It was hybrid. That one looks really, really cool. But eventually, you guys see, I'm going to go with the deluxe futuristic because, like the tweet said from Area 51, it looks like an alien spaceship. And to me, that looks really, really cool. That's awesome. I really like the sci-fi stuff. If I'm not watching sports, I'm watching sci-fi stuff. So that particular stadium was very appealing to me. So that is what Paul Brown Stadium will be. That will be where the Bengals play next year. And it would be really awesome if the Super Bowl got held in my stadium. So, yeah, that's where Paul Brown Stadium is going to be next year. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and I'll see you guys in the next one.